Alongside Frank Nobilo, we're at the TPC Boston in Massachusetts. Frank, this is a really good-looking golf course.
Fun golf course too, Rich. Starts off with a relatively soft par 4, not very long, and then, of course, the fourth hole. You remember that on TV. It's a drivable par 4. 5, really, this beautiful dogleg left par 4. I think it's one of the prettiest holes on the golf course. Reminds me of Sunningdale in England. 7's a par 5. 2 good hits, you might be able to get home. Don't talk about the 9th to Phil Mickelson. Never really likes that hole at all. He's made a mess of it over the years. Good finish there at 18, but really, if you want to look at maybe a tough stretch in the back nine, 13, 14, if you make a couple of pars through there, then you've done well. Oh, if this is up, it's good.
It's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Frank, what's so compelling about rivalries in sports is that athletes need each other if they're going to go to great heights. Joe Frazier needed Muhammad Ali to solidify his legend. Jack Nicklaus probably needed Arnold Palmer to go to a place that he had not been. And I think that's true across the board as we look at rivalries in sports.
I think it defines careers, Rich. It's not until those players retire that they realized how important it was to have that foe. You know, so often we're living in the present like we are now with Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy. And it's not for years to come that we'll realize the sport wouldn't have been the same with one without the other.
Good-looking shot right here. On the green, and a chance for birdie here on the first hole. 110 yards to the flagstick with a helping breeze. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knocking in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the cause.
Makes the putt and goes to 1 under. Ricky can pick up a shot right here. -1 and early going. These putts keep the round together. There's a birdie, and he's now 1 under par. Trying to grind out a par here. Needs it. So they'll tap in. Just a shade over par, +1. Frank, the best in the game. They like to see a par 5 early. What's the second hole all about?
A couple of bunkers down the right side. This hole was renovated back in 2010. They sort of changed the mounding on the green, took a bunker away on the left, and now that second shot is daunting, even for the best players.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards.
This is definitely not going down the fairway.
That doesn't look good. I think it's going to be in the deep rough. Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. Going to need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Frank, they threw him a life vest. He's back on dry land.
And I hope this time he swings, he doesn't have the water wings on.
Playing his fourth shot after the third was wet. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster. Instead, actually a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. Well, this is the kind of wind that separates the great players from the average players. You really have to be strong to handle these kinds of winds. So, dropped a shot after ending up in the water on that recent miscue. This now the fourth shot after the last one was in the water.
Yeah, just somehow just get it on the green.
This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
160-yard shot. Vijay Singh, Charlie Hoffman, and Big Henrik Stenson, they all have one thing in common. They all tied for the low tournament score at TPC Boston, 22 under.
And they're all good. Yeah, this is a golf course that obviously gives in to the longer hitters. And if there's just a little bit of sting taken out of the greens, then these long hitters have a huge advantage.
That looked like a miss hit, Frank.
The lie was okay. It's a little surprising. Maybe wrong club.
Ends up in the first cut, and he'll have a pretty good look at the whole location from here.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
Never a pleasant moment, the drop after you've gone into the water, but here we are. Number 7, and nothing lucky about this one, Frank, after hitting it in the water.
It really starting to get away from the player right now, and this is, you can just see, starting to implode.
Oh no, look out, Frank, I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Well, too bad, Frank, that one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot.
He's headed for a handful. This his 5th shot.
Should be safely on deck.
Stuffed it in there really close, and now just a tap in. Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
How tough is this going to be now from the rough, Frank?
Oh, it's tough to say, Rich. I mean, so much is going to depend on that lie. I'm going to need a little bit of luck.
That is 5 over par for this hole. Time to pick up and move along.
Really? This is an awkward length.
This to surrender, only one shot. So with that, the score is now at even par. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. To 1 over par early on in this round. So with a make, moves to even par. Now to the 3rd hole. It's a par 3. What are we looking at, Frank?
Well, really, just keep your eyes away from that bunker on the right. That sort of snags many a golf ball. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just